The New Zealand National Party has a bad foreign policy. A pathetic foreign policy. They want New Zealand to serve as a mindless stooge for the United States. They want us to be a lackey for the USA. This has been the case for a long time. They sent New Zealanders to fight and die in the Vietnam War. The Vietnam War was an absolute disgrace. The Vietnamese were going to have a reunification election. It was widely expected that the communist leader Ho Chi Minh would win a massive victory in this election. So what did the USA do? The United States propped up a puppet government in South Vietnam led by murderous dictator Ngo Dinh Diem. We stepped in to assist the Americans as they engaged in war with both guerrilla fighters and North Vietnamese forces. The entire war was plagued with constant war crimes. And we have this blood-soaked, war crime-riddled failure of a war on our historical record thanks to the New Zealand National Party. Thankfully, Labour has common sense when it comes to foreign policy, so they withdrew our forces from Vietnam as soon as they returned to office. The National Party has continuously pushed for New Zealand to serve as a US stooge. Don Brash notoriously refused to answer a question about whether or not New Zealand should have sent troops to Iraq. He reportedly later indicated that he sympathised with doing so, and of course he did. If you opposed such a move, you would not dodge such a question. If National was in power in the early 2000s, we almost certainly would have sent troops to participate in yet another pointless and bloody American war, adding yet another stain to our historical record. Thankfully, Labour was in power at the time and refused to join the coalition without UN authorisation of the operation. This decision aged incredibly well, especially since most other Anglosphere nations failed so badly on this issue. To this day, National wants us to act as a mindless US stooge. Luxon seems to be interested in the AUKUS alliance. Recently, our military forces trained alongside the USA and Israel. Yes, that is correct. We trained alongside a military force that is openly conducting ethnic cleansing and murdering thousands of civilians. It is disgusting, and it reveals that National's foreign policy basically consists of amoral bootlicking. It is pathetic. We would not train alongside Hamas or Russia. Why the hell are we training alongside Israel? What are they going to teach us? How to murder children and rape prisoners? It is inexcusable. But as I say, National Party foreign policy is best described as amoral bootlicking. Mindlessly serve as a stooge for big powers and have no morals when doing so. That is their disgusting philosophy, and we have seen it exhibited on many occasions. New Zealand deserves better, and this kind of behaviour is dangerous. Being so close to the United States makes us a target. The USA has many enemies. When we try to be their stooge, we make ourselves a target. This is not good for our security, and the immorality involved. The USA is not some great defender of freedom and democracy. They have overthrown democratic governments. They sent weapons to dictators all over the world. They have repeatedly waged illegal and immoral wars. They have committed countless war crimes. They are currently sending weapons to a state that is murdering thousands of children and openly conducting ethnic cleansing. Standing anywhere near the United States gives you a severe moral tarnish. New Zealand should not be a US stooge. We should be a powerful little country with a pragmatic and independent, values-based foreign policy. The National Party and their terrible foreign policy are not good enough. This country can do better.